What's happening, dudes? We have the upgraded battery for the Motor Goat V3. Basically, we're going to triple our range and probably have a little bit better top-end performance. 42 on board, and we're still picking up, man. Holy crap. If you don't know what the Motor Goat V3 is, this is one of the most bad-to-the-bone electric bikes on the market for the money, but one of the big limitations on the OG is the size of the battery. This is a 60-volt plus 25 amp hour battery pack. This one right here is twice the size of the battery that comes on this thing. So we're going to basically triple our range. Now this battery does cost $1,600. Will it be worth the money? I'm thinking probably. So let's see how hard it is to install and then take it out and see how it changes the performance of the bike. Oh, and I do have a discount link to this electric bike and this battery in the description box below this video. So if you want to grab one, use my discount link. But don't buy this stuff just yet. Let's review it first. So of course it comes with its own charger and a set of detailed instructions. Dang, that is a beast of a charger, dude. The weight of this thing alone is like the size of some e-bike batteries on the actual e-bike. It's got a nice little handle and some fans to help keep things running cool. And as mentioned, these are a little bit more than a normal 60-volt battery. You can see the maximum charge on these is 71.4 volts. A normal 60-volt battery only charges to like, what, 67 point, and charge rate is 14 amps, which is actually pretty outrageous. Normal chargers are like 2 or 3 amps. So 50 amp hours divided by 14 amps would take about 3.5 hours to charge this behemoth of a battery from empty to full. And it looks like they even give us another kickstand because that thing is gonna add some weight and we're gonna need a kickstand to support it, huh? Oh my goodness. Holy crap, dude. And here's a peek at all the stuff that comes in the box here. This part right here is the all-important balancer. So it'll keep that battery up there charged at the exact same voltage as this one. And then looks like some rubber mounting things. And this is how we will plug it into the actual bike. And here is the actual battery. Oddly enough, it kind of like just balances itself there. Oddly satisfying. Check out that goat. So check it out. On the other side over here, looks like we get a switch to turn it on and off, as well as a place to plug it in here and a place to charge there. And let me show you the numbers and stuff on there. So right here we can see this listed as a 3,000 watt hour battery, charges to 71.4 volts, and of course 60 volt, 50 amp hour, although it's a little more than 60 volt. There's the rest of the label. If you want to look at any of those details, just press pause. And if you thought this was a heavy e-bike before, let's see where we're at now when we add this battery. Holy smokes, dude. So that is 51 pounds for the battery in this little shell that it's contained in. So, I mean, I wouldn't plan on buying this setup if you're planning on like pedaling. You know, if you're looking for a bicycle, this thing is more of a motorbike, dude. But it does have pedals because we are team pedals, so it looks like a bike on the streets to the unsuspecting eye. So we'll go ahead and swap these out. Oh, holy crap, things on there tight, bro. And holy crap, dude, these things are hard to get out, honestly. I got this one out, and then the second one, dude, it was on there so tight I literally snapped the steel in half. That's right, your boy's breaking steel. But yeah, we got it off. Hopefully they have an extra bolt in there for us, because this one is snapped in half. Oh yeah, the new one has their own bolts in there. So yeah, well, good job. A little bit of a pain to do, but definitely worth it. Then we got to get these 4 screws out here. And I'm guessing we got to take those 4 out too. Then we have the little rubber mounting strips. Goes right here. Second one. Oh shit, don't knock the camera over. What do you guys think of this new camera, by the way? Goes right there. Now we gotta pop that seat off. Basically just got 4 little bolts down there. Not super easy to get to. Got one out there, gotta get that other one out. So let's pop the seat off and have a first look at what's powering this beast of a bike. So there is the 50 amp controller, and we just have to mess with some of these wires here, get the balancer in there. Shouldn't be too hard. So check it out, we have an XT90 connector that goes to the controller and the original battery. This is the stock form. Basically we just have the battery here, send power directly into the controller. But now what we're gonna do is just gonna go ahead and unplug that. This is the connection that goes into the controller. It is not possible to mess this up. There's only one way to connect this. Plug the balancer in right there, and now these other two, basically one is going to go to the OG battery and one to the big frame battery. Plug the OG battery into that one. Doesn't matter which one. It does not matter which one. This balancer, all this is going to do is balance the voltage from the OG battery and the frame battery. So we're going to be running on basically the entire 75 amp hour setup all at once. And here's the extension for the frame battery. Basically, this is going to plug into the big old frame battery thing. And right here, we just connect this into the other side of the balancer. Easy peasy. Then stuff everything down in here, manage your wires appropriately. Now we got to remove the actual battery out of the frame. Helps to have a drill here. You don't need it though. Hopefully this thing just doesn't fall out of here. Actual battery. So there's the actual battery. Now basically just drop this guy in here and line up your screws appropriately here and here and get this thing secure. Step by step. It's a mishap in the kitchen. Right, let's try and get that battery in there. Watch your fingers. And you just stuff these up on top. Everything feels nice and secure, super snug. So final steps here, just gotta plug it in. And I don't know which way is on and which way is off, but we should be able to find out by turning this on. Looks like that would be the on position. And turn this guy on. Goat bikes. No way that thing ships at 100% charge. All right, dudes, let's take out the motor goat with the frame battery, see how this thing rolls. Of course, we'll check our range on it. I'm not gonna drain this thing down to zero because we'd just be out there for like 100 miles. We're gonna do some high speed runs though today and track our official range, see where we end up. Make sure you have that button pressed in on there to turn this thing on. And let's swing a leg on over. I'm gonna dial in the suspension a little bit here. Oh yeah, that'll do it. And we have about 4,500 to 5,000 watt hours of energy on this thing, which is absolutely outrageous. And I'm not really sure I'm ready to go full throttle quite yet, but let's give it a rip up to 20% grade. I will throw it on pedal assist 5 and let's just feel it out here. Oh yeah, we're pulling up just fine. We do have a little extra weight on this thing now. Whew, feeling good out here, man. Mid-December day. It is like 75 degrees though. So we do have the direct drive motor on the Billy Goat and the Motor Goat and pretty much all the Goat products. So they feel like a little bit less torquey than a geared hub motor, but these are speed motors. So let's see what it can do on the top end. Let's just give it a rip here from zero. I weigh 200 pounds, ready, go. So the acceleration might be a little slower with this big battery pack on there. 20. 20, 30, little speed bump, 40 already. My GPS is gonna lag a little bit right here. I'm letting off for a moment. All right, let's get back on the throttle and see what we can do for top speed now. We should be able to get a little bit higher top speed. Pulling 43, 40. Wait, we do have the battery on, right? Hold up just a second here. I feel like the top speed should be a little faster. What? So maybe adding, like, what was the weight of that battery? Like 40 or 50 pounds, I forget. Maybe that's gonna make it like harder to hit higher top speeds, but it will extend the range. Let's give it another rip here, ready, go. 10, 20. I'll try getting a little aerodynamic this time. 30. So power to weight ratio is a thing, and that is 40 according to the onboard. We are gonna have to go around this Mercedes. Showing 40 on here and 37, 38 on my GPS. So wind resistance is everything at these speeds. So I'm gonna get down 44, 45 on the onboard and 41 on the GPS. And I'm gonna light off here. So maybe adding that giant old battery pack might take away from the speed, which would make sense, I suppose. We are adding a lot of weight on that thing, but the amount of range that we end up getting out of this is gonna be absolutely crazy. I honestly don't even want to be out here to test the full range of this thing because it is a long time to be on an electric bike. I mean, that battery is on, right? Let me press the button while we're going here. Pops the switch out. Don't notice any change in power. I'm just gonna flip the switch back in. I guess what I'm thinking at this point is we probably would need a higher amperage controller to get more speed out of it, because with the single battery on there, we were still able to pull 50 amps at 60 volts, a little over 60 volts actually, but then adding on that second battery, like in theory, having a bigger battery pack on there is going to have less voltage sag, but I don't think that, you know, we were really lacking on power with the single battery. What we were lacking on is range with the single battery, because you can just burn through it so quick. Now throwing that second battery pack on there, it's just a lot more weight and pretty much the same power. Whatever power increase we're getting isn't probably justifying for the additional weight in terms of top speed, but when it comes to range, we're gonna see a significant improvement, I'd imagine. All right, so let's give it a rip out here, and hopefully the traffic lights do us well. GPS will lag just a bit. 40 on board. Please, nobody pull out in front of me. I have my lights on, and hopefully they see me coming on this electric bicycle. Hitting 45 on the onboard, 46 on the onboard. My GPS is showing 41, 46, 42 on board, and we're still picking up, man. Holy crap. All right, 42. I get a little aerodynamic, but we got a light coming up. So I guess it, you know, it pretty much has the same top speed as before. I guess all the extra weight on it makes it feel not quite as peppy off the line. And if you ever ran out of battery on this thing, let me tell you, you are gonna be screwed, because this is a very, very, very heavy electric bike that I haven't even considered pedaling once until right now. Let's actually throw it on pedal assist 0 and see if I could actually even pedal this thing at all. So the weight on this is what, right around like 150 pounds? Like, you'd honestly be better off just getting off this thing and pushing it if your battery died. Hopefully, well, I mean, I would say that's gonna be very unlikely on a battery setup this big. Got the wheelie crew coming through. Nice wheelie, man. Jeez. Showing out. One thing this bike will not be doing is wheelies. And what we just saw go by was an electric dirt bike, obviously. Now, Goat makes an electric dirt bike. I will be having their electric dirt bike on my other channel called Juiced Joyrides. So be sure to subscribe to Juiced Joyrides. Keep your eyes open for that review. And heck, while you're at it, subscribe to Tail Happy TV too. This is something I never really asked you guys to do, but the electric dirt bike that Goat is coming out with looks pretty sweet, and it will be on the channel soon. Juice Joyrides, that is. All right, let's give this one more rip, one more try at a top speed. I don't know, my GPS is just off today. Like, it's hard to know what speedometer to go off of exactly. I mean, this thing is freaking moving though. Anytime you're on an electric bicycle and you're counter steering while not pedaling, you know you're going pretty fast. All right, so it says 39 on my GPS and 42. I'm gonna get down aerodynamic. Wind is everything at these speeds. 47 on the dash, 43 on the GPS, and 48 on the onboard. So I don't know which speedometer is 100% accurate, but what I can say is we're basically hitting the same exact top speed as we were with the single battery, but with the dual battery, obviously, range is gonna, I mean, dude, I've been out here whipping around doing high-speed runs for like 20 minutes now, and it still says 100%. So let's get out here and just kind of rip around the city for a little bit and see if I can get it down to like 80% or something, how long it takes to do that. It's like, dude, this thing will probably do 100 miles of range, but I really don't feel like just going out and riding for like 5 hours today to get this thing down to 0. Yeah, dude, this thing could just pull all day long. Wide open throttle, man. You know, man, I was thinking about getting on the Bionic Creek bike path, but honestly, I mean, this is gonna be better suited just to stay on the streets. I'll be able to go faster. A little bit of lane splitting on our bicycle, why not? Check it out, absolutely no driver at all chilling in that car. And this thing has just absolutely no problem keeping up with traffic. We're blowing past the driverless car. Dude, I've just had this throttle pinned for I don't even know how long. We're just pulling into a headwind from the ocean. It says 38 here, 42 on board, and we're still at 100% battery, man. Still just freaking cooking, man. Let's take a stroll down Ebike. Oh gosh, we're about to get ran over. Really don't know if we're ever gonna get this thing below 100%. It's still chilling at exactly 100%, which can't be true, but this thing's probably still pretty full. Let's see where we are on range, actually. Yeah, 12 and a half miles, and we're at 100%. Usually, I'm at like 50% by the time I get done with an 18-mile ride on like a typical e-bike. So in its stock form, without the upgraded battery, this is probably one of the fastest, baddest to the bone electric bikes you can get in 2025. If you do want to buy one of these e-bikes or the battery upgrade, I do have discount links in the description box below this video for these products, and it would help support my reviews here on the channel if you do decide to buy through my links. You know, for as big as this battery is, I don't feel like the handling is really affected because like it's mounted pretty low down in the frame there. We do have like the little battery on top. The little battery is pretty big, but the big battery is mounted low, which is good for handling characteristics. Pretty cool little bike there. So we'll pop out onto the beach here for a little bit too. Look at this ride. Sweet. Dude, I cannot get this thing to go below 100%. All right, we're gonna get out here on the beach bike path a little bit. It's a vibe out here, man. So we do have pedals, right? So let's go running up the California incline just to see how it does. Maybe more of like a agility test. I'm sure it'll be able to do it. So the direct drive hub motors are kind of known more for their speed than torque, but I mean, this thing just has like tons of power. You gotta let off the throttle here and full throttle. So gaining speed going out, see if we can shoot this gap. Oh yeah, and full throttle, no, full throttle now. On the base of the California incline. We're gonna have to let off. No, I'm good, we'll skate through here. Yeah, we're gonna have to let off. Showing 22 there, there's too many people out here. But if you need to climb hills, I mean, you know, there is a bike that doesn't have a motor. Everybody struggles riding up this if you don't have a motor. Not the Billy Goat, and showing 23 there. Not even trying. Nice little Bentley and Lamborghini chilling. E-bikes is the only way in West LA. Is that a quote I just made? So here's the deal, dudes. I am deep into my second GoPro battery. We are 18 miles, 1 hour of ride time into this ride right now, and it's still showing 100% charged. So I don't know, man. We just got to try and get this thing to drop 1%. But with this frame battery on there, this is honestly like more battery than you get on some full-on electric motorcycles that come with a plate and everything. Watch out, dude. Surfing in December. Oh gosh, looks like somebody wiped out here. Looks like they'll be all right. Looks like they're filming out here for Dexter Original Sin. Hop on out the main area of Venice here, take the city streets so we can get a little more speed because we are still sitting at 100% battery. Suspension on this thing is not bad at all. Oh, a little concert going on here with the Cybertruck chilling out here. Still says 100% on the charge, man. That is crazy. This thing just gets up to 30 so easily, and we're just gonna take the one home because we have the speed. We can't even use it all, honestly. I mean, we're still pulling strong, man. Still saying 100%. Still showing 100%, pulling 40, 41, 42, 45, according to the onboard. But the beauty of the speed motor is we can just keep it pinned all day long like this, and the huge batteries stay cooking. I think you get the point, man. We'll see where we end up on final range here in a minute, but if you do want to grab one of these bikes, consider buying through the link in the description box. Support my channel. Also get the best price with my discount code and link down there. And let's get one more high-speed run on this thing with the battery down to 100% after riding on it for like almost 2 hours. 37, says 40 on board, 30, 38, let me get a little aerodynamic. And pulling about 41 on the GPS, 42 on the GPS. I mean, we really haven't lost any speed yet. Look at this old Rolls Royce, dude. That is looking cool. Drifted, bro. So I mean, if you're looking for high speed and range, this has got to be your best bet, man, because you could always pop that battery off in the middle, and you know, if you want to keep it lightweight, a little more nimble and peppy, just run that top battery, or maybe even just like the frame battery, just kind of keep the weight down a little bit, because I think you do get a little bit of a weight penalty for like top speed and acceleration wise, but if you're looking for a high big range, I mean, this is just an absolute killer setup. Now the bike by itself is a pretty darn good value, and this battery by itself, you know, adds about 1,600 bucks, making it a little bit less affordable. But I mean, considering you're getting the performance, the speed and the range, and you know, full suspension, 60 volt plus system, it's like 64 nominal. I think it's a pretty killer deal, dude. So let's see where we are on range here. It says 24.13 miles hour, 29 minutes ride time, average speed 16.25 miles an hour. And the battery, I never got the battery to show less than 100%. the entire time riding this thing, whether I'm full throttle or whatever. So I mean, it checks out, dude. Like, the battery on this thing is absolutely insane. And when I say insane, the range on this battery is truly insane. I actually ended up doing another 27-mile range on this charge. I never even charged the battery. You guys might have noticed that I took this particular bike with this battery setup out to the Palisades along the Pacific Coast Highway for a ride. The reason why I chose this one is because it was the only one in my storage locker that actually had enough range to complete the ride. I initially planned on taking a different bike, but it just wasn't gonna happen, man. So I didn't even charge this thing, hopped on it, rode for another 27 miles, a ride that took 2 hours and 7 minutes. And by the time I got back from that ride, which totals about 50 miles total, on one single charge, there was still like 80% battery remaining by the time I got home. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you're looking for a moped style electric bike that can go over 40 miles an hour and has absolutely insane range for days, I don't think I could think of a better e-bike than this one. This has got to be the go-to. So if that's what you want, click the link below the video, buy this electric bike, buy the extended battery, and you're gonna have yourself an awesome summer riding. And riding season's just around the corner, so grab one soon before they sell out. I mean, if that's what you're looking for. But if not, you might wanna check this video out right here, because YouTube is recommending it and they know what you wanna see. Catch you over there.